Hi, my name is Stephanie Lerner. I am a school counselor and an author, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about trauma-informed school counseling. In my work as a school counselor, I was in a school district that was very high trauma, high poverty in our population, in our student and our family population. And while there is so much information out there on trauma-informed practices for educators, I found that there was very little, if anything, on trauma-informed practices for school counselors. And of course, as school counselors, we're creative and intelligent enough to take the trauma-informed practices for educators and tweak them so that they fit our role as school counselors. But I thought, why should all school counselors have to do that all the time when they're so busy with their caseloads and all kinds of other tasks? And so I wrote a book on trauma-informed school counseling, which is called Helping in Hard Places. And it includes a group counseling guide that's trauma-informed. It includes a guidance curriculum for guidance lessons that is trauma-informed. And then, of course, an individual counseling guide that is trauma-informed. So as you can imagine, it's something that can be used not only by school counselors, but licensed professional counselors, social workers, school psychologists, basically anybody in the mental health profession who wants a trauma-informed resource for their students or their clients. To give you a bit of an idea of what's in here, we have posters and handouts on the 3 Hertz emergencies and how to get help if you feel like you're in an emergency, various scales that students can use to kind of gauge where they are and how they're feeling. Another How Am I Doing page, which has glows and grows to kind of look at what their successes are and their strengths and then areas to improve in. One activity that I would like to take you through in here is, or kind of point out to you, is the coloring mandala. And I like for my students to put a bit of a different twist on coloring and coloring mindfulness by using scented markers. And here's an example of them. If you use these silly scents, which are scented markers. You can also use magic color crayons, which have a scent. You could use scented color pencils, but it just adds an extra sensory activity to coloring. So, if you're coloring with scented markers, then you're using your sight, you're using your smell when you smell the markers or the crayon, and then you're also using your touch, your sense of touch as you're coloring in. And it really promotes mindfulness. It de-stresses children and adults as well, coloring, because instead of focusing on your ruminating thoughts that are, going through your mind, you're focusing on the colors that you're picking out and how they look in the mandala and coloring within the lines, staying within the lines. So it's really a very present focused activity that just works really well to calm anybody, but especially our students who have suffered from traumatic experiences. So I hope that helps and you have some ideas on how to do trauma-informed school counseling or trauma-informed counseling with this resource, and happy counseling.